And yes. Okay, now it looks like things are starting to stabilize. Hello everybody, GrayStillPlays, and we're back with more Tyto Ecology in the Himalayas. As you can see, there's no time for BS. Because all of our animals outside of the big guys, like these rhinos and the elephants, are all dead. And I have a feeling I know why. I think the issue is that our predators are vastly out-eating our prey. And we are underestimating how many prey animals are needed to make this biome thrive. So what I'm going to do is put down a whole host of prey. Now before I do that, I do want to get at least a couple more grasses in here, and what we're going to do is we have just a metric ton of Tyto coins. So we're going to put a bunch of plants down, and then we're going to go ahead and use the fast forward function, because we can do that. And I'd like to see if that helps us at all. Let's go ahead and put down a couple of these banjos as well. And I'm pretty sure that we have, oh yeah, we've got all kinds of stuff over here. We got this honeysuckle. We'll put a couple of these down because the fruit on these is always very chew-worthy for the various animals. A couple gojis as well. I want to get everything filled in for the most part over here because, as we've seen, the animals can really chew on some of these plants, and they're big fans of it. Especially if we go ahead and get, like I said, a bunch of prey animals. We are going to need an ecosystem that can actually support that amount of creatures. Now, how are our wood apples doing? Let's take a look. We've got a few. Still need some pollination. That may be the other issue, is that all of the fruit gets eaten off of these like wood apples and stuff like that, and they don't have enough time to come up with a new, a new bushel of apples. I don't really know what to call it. We will put down some rhododendrons, because I think we only have like one over here. Oh, it's a pomegranate tree. It is fruiting though, so that's nice. Definitely want to put down more of these wood apples though. As long as I can find an area to stick this. There we are. I knew there'd be a way. One of the things, and I think about this now, I don't know if it's something that the creators thought about, but it would be nice to remove stuff. So like, let's say I don't want to put these bamboo trees in here anymore. It'd be nice if there was like a deconstruct button, and maybe I got some energy back for it. And the only reason I say that is because, like, I don't know, we're creating these things out of energy. We're making them come into existence. It would be nice if we had just a little magical sci-fi ray gun here, or I don't know, I guess maybe a bunch of owlbots could come in and chop everything down and then reconstitute it. But it would just be good, because there comes times where I have a lot of, if we go down here we can see, I have a lot of grasses and plants and stuff, and that's fine, but maybe I want to put a tree here, and it would be cool because right now it's hard to find an area for a tree. I could, well, the cedar might be a little bit easier, but look, I can go all through here, and there's very little space for one. So if instead there was a way to kind of like, just take down like these joint firs and like these blue poppies, just as one big cluster, like grab here, grab here, grab here, and then just unmake them all and get some of the energy back, and I could put a tree there, that would be much better. In my opinion, I think that would be a cool thing that the game could add. Ooh, thank you for more Tyto coins. Man, we have a ton of Tyto coins. In fact, what we're gonna do is start placing down trees, buying energy, because we have Tyto coins coming out of our ears now. And if I can find a spot for a wood apple, I'm going to put it down. I'm just not sure I can find any place. Well, there's a place way back there. Kind of back towards the edge of the zone is the only areas that we have that we can shove some of these wood apples in. How about bamboo? Our bamboo forest over here is looking a little thin. And so I'm guessing the red pandas had a good time with this bamboo forest. There's just none of them left. Yeah, we have we've expanded pretty decently. Let me put down just a few more of these, and we'll see exactly how far our reach extends right now. I think it was about 1/3 of the overall zone, if I remember correctly. Definitely want to put down some various ferns and grasses and such over here because we don't have too many. Oh, look at those flowers over here on these honeysuckles. Actually, they're fruits, I guess. But those, I think, if I remember correctly, those are the bushes with those really, really, really prominent berries. Let's go down here and take a look real fast. There they are. Oh, yeah, look at all that stuff. Plenty to eat for any animals that would be down there. However, they're all dead. So the elephants and the rhinoceros have plenty to eat, but sadly, there is nothing else around to enjoy this. A couple of blue poppies as well. There we are. Our stag beetles are doing just fine, I assume. 50 of 50. They're having no issues at all. A couple more poppies. What else do I want to do here? And always plenty of goji, because everyone loves the goji. In fact, now we've got a little pot of goji over there. Himalayan balsam too. Not too bad for the old leaves there. I know we at least have a couple more items we could put down. Maybe a couple more pomegranate trees. Everyone seems to like pomegranate. The only thing, like one of the things that I've noticed that you have to watch out for is you don't want all trees with just fruit, because then when all this fruit gets eaten, you know what I mean? There's nothing else to feast on. Like, if you go over here to the pomegranate, it has no edible leaves. So at least with the where is it? Where's one of our wood apples? Down here, I think. So at least when it fruits and the fruits get eaten, it still has leaves that the animals can utilize, which is kind of nice. So let's find something with both fruits and leaves besides the goji. Pretty much the banj oak. This thing has a lot of everything, it looks like. So we can use that for sure. And the wood apple is probably next best, quite honestly. It has a decent amount of each. So we can put down a couple of these as well, just to kind of start filling out this area. Let's take a real brief overhead, super zoomed out look at what we're dealing with right now. Yeah, I would still probably call this, well, you know what? Maybe we're at like half the zone now, it looks like. Yeah, it's looking pretty good. Definitely right about half. Right about halfway right now. So I don't want to leave this place with no animals. So let's start putting down a bunch of animals, but we're only going to put down prey animals. No predators yet. We're going to space a couple of them out like this. We're going to space a couple of them out like this. There we go. And maybe one more marmot like down here or something. Let's keep moving. Red fox, you know what? No, only herbivores. That's all I want right now. Chevretains, always like those guys. Few over here. Plenty of pikas. If I had to guess, I would assume these guys reproduce fairly quickly. Actually, you know what? We can go ahead and look real fast. Just have to find one. There it is. There's your little squeaker. Reproduction's pretty fast. What's the reproduction on? I'm assuming the big guys is incredibly slow. Oh, the tigers actually aren't terrible. How about the chevretains? Oh, that's pretty fast too. Pangolins, not fast. Dholes, not fast. Gray wolves, yeah, pretty slow, but I assume that. The marmot is actually right in the middle. Muntjac right in the middle. Musk deer, fairly low. Rhino is super slow. Red foxes, red pandas are in the middle, that's not too bad, and the snow leopard is slow. Okay, so pretty much everything is a 3 or a 4, with the exception of the chevretains, the pikas, and I think one other. Let's go ahead and put a red panda over there in that bamboo forest. We'll go ahead and put down a red panda over here in this bamboo forest. Go ahead and put one right about here. That should be good. I think that's a panda in every forest. And I know that there might actually be more over here. Oh, we don't have one over here. All right. buy a little bit more energy. Like I said, we've got plenty of coins to spend, boys. So let's spend them. Put one panda over here. This forest is actually so big, it can probably support 2 panda. So we'll put another one over there. And we have a forest way over here. So let's go ahead and put down 1 panda right in the middle there. Oh, the muntjac is an omnivore. I almost forgot about that. They've got those elongated canines that they use to eat stuff with. Put down a couple of pikas here, as well as a chevrotain. Oh yeah. Now we're starting to really pump up the volume, as it were, when it comes to these prey animals. Put down a Chinese pangolin and another marmot, and probably a few more pikas right in the middle here. You know what? More chevrotains as well. These guys apparently populate pretty darn fast. So I'll put down one of those. And one more pika. Okay. So now we have a bunch of prey animals, for instance. So let's go ahead and fast forward and see what this does to the biome. First, I guess, though, let's grab some Tyto coins, because why not? A week, a month, 3 months. Let's go for... You know what? Let's go for 3 months. See what happens. Do you want to do it for 3 months? Yes, I sure do. The cool part is that I think we get Tyto coins as well. So we actually get refunded quite a bit of our expenditures. Yeah, see, look at that. 204 Tyto coins. Holy cow. All right, how's everyone doing? Whoa. Did these guys literally eat out the entire bamboo forest? Well, these guys are fine. These guys are fine. They've had 2 juveniles. Oh, wow. Man, we have vastly underestimated the amount of plant life that we would need to make everything happy. Look at this. Holy cow. All right, stop with the Tyto coins. I get it. I've got plenty of Tyto coins. Let's go ahead and start putting down all manners of plants. Especially some... How are you guys doing? I imagine you're pretty hungry? Oh, not really. I was going to say, they don't have any bamboo, but I guess, you know, when push comes to shove, they'll eat just about anything. Here. Here's a whole smorgasbord of bamboo. Take it all. Also some gojis as well. Man. That is unbelievable. These elephants, their hunger is okay. Like, they're not starving to death, but there's only 1 left. So, that blows me away that the occupancy goes up to 30, and we can't get that far at all. So, if that gives you any idea, when I thought that we had enough plant life, I was sorely mistaken. We're gonna need way more than that. I think the idea is I want to get down my big trees first. Like this. Does the Himalaya have this many trees, I wonder? Or is it mostly grasses? I think it's a mixture of both for the most part. I would say, if I can remember off the top of my head. I've seen pictures. I've never been there before. I don't know if any of you guys have ever been to the Himalayas. If you've ever visited the Himalayas, though, do let me know about it. No, let me know about your time there. I visited a couple of places. Most of them really tropical or very, very snowy. And not really so much out of my country, the United States over here. So I've been to a bunch of places like, you know, Vermont and New Hampshire and Pennsylvania. You know, fantastic places. Back when I used to ski all the time. I used to do a lot of snow skiing, actually. No snowboarding, just straight up skiing. That's what my dad did when I was a young man. So that's pretty much what I grew up doing. And we used to go pretty much every day. We would have night passes for skiing during the weekdays, and we would have all-day passes during the weekend. And I remember getting out of school at like 3 o'clock, and then we would go straight to the mountain, and we would ski probably until about 9 or something like that. So that was pretty cool. And then I'd have to wake up and go back to school the next day. But But I didn't mind it at all. How's our butterflies doing? Okay, they're still 30 of 30. For some reason, I thought they looked a little skimpy. How about you there, Chevrotain? Still no juveniles in the land of the Chevrotain. That is too bad. More joint fur, though. We could always use more joint fur. We could also use more wood apple, and I do want to make more of those. I just need some energy. So for energy, oh, we actually have enough to make 2 wood apples, it looks like. As long as I can find like I said before, as long as I can find a spot to stick this guy, right there we go. That's pretty good. Put one there, and if I can find a slot somewhere over here, anywhere. Looks like I've been pretty diligent in getting plant life shoved down onto the ground. Especially when it comes to stuff like the little tiny plants, like the Himalayan, the fairy grass and stuff like that. Running out of space big time on those. We're going to buy a little bit more energy. And then what we'll do, okay, so we'll try something new here. What we're going to do this time is we're going to fast forward, but we're not going to put down any new animals. We're going to leave the animals as they are right now. We're going to put down as many plants as we can, and then we're going to fast forward just to see if this is the right balance, because we do still have some animals. Like, we lost some of them, but mostly we just lost a lot of plant life. And I don't think that we can skip a... was there a place for me to put this? Oop, oh, right about there. Okay. I don't think that we can skip an entire 3 months again, so we're probably going to have to shoot for something smaller. Put down a couple of these ferns, too, because you can always shove those in spots. Even if there's not a lot of space, you can get a couple of those ferns down. Balsams, too. Those seem to be able to fit almost anywhere. And these goji plants are fairly good value, I guess. Actually, let me click on one of them real quick. 90 leaves? It's not too bad. I mean, what does one of these banjos have? 250. So you get 3 of the goji plants, though. So that's 270 leaves. And I can't remember how much fruit these get. We'll have to look if we can ever get them fruiting. In fact, are these gojis fruiting or anything? No, not really. Not sure if we have any fruiting gojis. Let me go ahead and zoom on down a little bit here. Nope, those ones are not fruiting either. And it looks like they have 62 days, so a lot of this stuff might not actually fruit if we fast forward. Oh, we got some space over here for some trees, I think. And you know what happens when you got space for trees. You got to put them down. Wood apples. Wood apples, man. You want a veritable orchard. That's for darn sure. Okay, let's use that as it is and try and fast forward again. Well, wow, we can fast forward another 3 months. Let's do it. Confirm. 3-month time skip. What are we going to get for it? What are we going to get for all of our hard work and lovely, lovely plants that we've put down? Now, we haven't put down too many animals, so we get a ton of Tyto coins. And yes. Okay, now it looks like things are starting to stabilize. Okay. I see what I was doing wrong. So, yeah, someone had said it, and I wasn't really, I didn't really have anything to compare it to because I've never been quite this lax on my plants and animals. The Himalayan birch is sure getting eaten. But it's true, you definitely want to kind of spread things out, at least as it goes to predators. So yeah, we're going to only really be able to have, I would say, 1 predator per zone. And that's what we'll do. How is our reproduction doing here? The marmots haven't really had any. Pandas are doing not bad. I mean, they've had +4 juveniles. That's not terrible at all. These marmots haven't had any. How about the chevrotains? 2 juveniles. Not too shabby. I don't think... Yeah, wow, 296 days to even get a rhino in here. The pikas, 9 juveniles. Okay, our pikas are starting to fill out. Look at that, 6 of 8. Can only fit a few more. And 4 more for the red pandas. If you notice, our wood apples are fruiting. which is excellent. We can probably put down a pollinator on this end, and I think that's what we'll go ahead and do. Go ahead and put down a pollinator over here. Yeah, we'll put down the hawk moth. There we are. And man, we are just getting just a lot of Tyto coins, and that's great because now we can start to do you know what I mean, like a pattern. Like now we'll be able to fast forward, see how our biome looks, put some plants down, fast forward, see how our biome looks, put some plants down. And now that I pretty much know the way that I want to make the biome, what I mean by that is put down the trees first. Don't try and shove the trees in last, because you just don't have enough space for them. I think we're really going to get this biome moving along, and who knows, maybe we'll be able to wrap around the entire way. I don't know, maybe the next episode is looking a little bit, maybe that's a little bit too difficult. Shooting for the stars a little bit too much, but whatever, right? You know, let's give it a shot. Guys, hope you're enjoying Tyto Ecology. Our biome is stabilizing. Things are looking pretty good. Until the next time, stay foxy and much love.